Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my October favorites, which I know I say this in every favorites video, but I feel like October flew by so fast. I've been so busy with school and work and YouTube, and I feel like time has just absolutely flown by. But October was kind of the first month of official fall, so I have a lot of awesome little fall goodies to share with you guys. I feel very fall today. I'm like kind of monochromatic with cranberry on the eyes, berry on the lips, and my red burgundy top. So yeah, if you guys want to see what my favorites were for this month, just keep watching. So my first favorite is actually a foundation combo. I think I mentioned both of these foundations in my favorites video last month, but I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit because I have been mixing all three of these together. So the combo is the Maybelline Superstay Foundation, the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and then the Physicians Formula Argan Oil. I love the Fit Me because it gives a really smooth finish to the skin and looks super natural and very skin-like on the skin. I love the coverage that the Superstay has to offer, and I just love whenever I mix foundations to add a drop of oil because I feel like it really stops them from looking any sort of cakey at all, and it just makes it really smooth. And since it is getting a little bit colder, it does kind of nourish my skin when it's getting a little bit dry, and I think it just looks really fresh throughout the day when I add that little drop of oil. So I've really been loving those three together specifically. And then I've also been loving my butter bronzer again. I feel like I go through phases with this. I use it non-stop for a little while, and then I kind of back off for a little bit, and then I use it non-stop again. So mine doesn't smell as good anymore, which really makes me sad. I really just want to buy another one. But I'm almost done with this one. As you guys can see, I've hit a pretty big pan, and I had to repress this. I think it was a couple months ago that I had to repress it because there was a giant pan in the middle and I really wasn't getting my brush swirled in all the product. But I've been reaching for this a lot lately. I feel like I've been reaching for this over my other bronzers because it blends so seamlessly over the skin, and it has a really beautiful like semi-matte finish. It's not like a super flat matte, but I feel like that just little bit of satiny whatever is in this just really makes it look super natural and makes it blend so much more easily over the skin, and it just looks really, really beautiful. So I've been loving this one again. And I do have just a total repeat from last month's favorites because I have not been able to put this one down, you guys, and that's the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Blush in the shade Tropic Hues. I literally wear this every single day. Here's what that looks like in the pan. It's just a beautiful marbled baked blush, and there's the shade. I'll do a quick little swatch right there for you. This is just an absolutely beautiful blush. Like I said, probably in last month's video, I'm not usually one for glowy blushes because I do have some texture on my cheeks. I'm doing pretty good right now. But usually I have some breakouts, and I feel like sometimes glowy products can just kind of really emphasize that. That's really not the look that I'm going for. But I feel that this one just adds life to the skin. The color is beautiful, the formula is beautiful. I don't feel like I can apply too much to where it's like a highlighter on my cheeks. It's truly just a blush with a little bit of glow, and it just brings so much health and life to the face. So the next product I want to talk about is actually a brush, and it's from AOA Studios. This is the F11 brush, and this is just kind of it's like a gigantic fan brush. As you can tell, it's not the size of like a normal one. Like here's my little elf one for comparison. This is definitely a very large fan brush. I originally bought this to kind of bronze the skin because I thought it was going to be a little bit thicker, but since it's so thin and kind of flimsy, I've really been enjoying it for like a really, really soft, beautiful contour. Here, I'll grab a contour powder and I'll show you guys what I mean. This is another favorite, the Bahama bronzer, which I also think might be a repeat from last month. I don't know, but I've been specifically loving it for this purpose. So I just get a little bit on this brush, and I just feel like that just adds so much definition, but it's so soft and it's so easy to use. There's really no way to get a super harsh contour when you use this brush. I just feel like compared this side of my face compared to this side of my face, this side has so much more definition. It's because of this brush. It just makes contouring so easy. And I feel like one reason why I don't contour all the time is because it can be kind of time consuming. But I feel like with this, I just like go and I'm done. It's the quickest way to contour my face ever, and I've been loving it so much. And like I said, I have been loving the Bahama bronzer. I love a bit of a cooler tone bronzer. I mean, I was also loving my Physicians Formula bronzer, which is a bit more warm tone, but I've also been grabbing more for a cool tone bronzer today, or I'll do this kind of more broadly spread across my cheeks, and then I'll do this more as a contour, a little bit more focused. So these next two items are kind of cheating because I think I mentioned them last month, but I think that they were honorable mentions last month. So these are the Essence Gel Nail Polishes. This one is in the shade Jeans On, and then this one is in the shade So What. So I picked these up at Meijer probably like the last week of September, so I've had them for over a month, but I love the formula on these polishes. I think the formula is a bit better on Jeans On because I just think it's a little bit smoother and a little more pigmented. With So What, you definitely have to build it up just a little bit. I think 2 to 3 coats is probably good. I always do at least 2 coats just for staying power. But these are beautiful polishes. I really love the brush. It's a little bit thicker, and I love, 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 love the wear time on these. I am someone who's very hard on my nails, and these stayed on my nails for a week with very minimal chipping, just some minimal tip wear. So it really wasn't a big deal at all, and I really, really enjoyed those. So my next favorite for this month is my Super Shock Shadows from ColourPop, but specifically the Ultra Glitter ones. So I have been drooling over the Desi Katy palette. You guys know that, the Friendcation palette, it's beautiful, and I can't get it out of my head. So I went into stores, I swatched it, and I kind of thought, well, that's kind of a similar finish to some of my Super Shock Shadows, the really glittery ones. So I went back home, dug through my collection, and sure enough, I had a couple very beautiful, very shimmery, glittery Super Shock Shadows that I kind of use in the way that I would use the Desi and Katy palette, those ultra shimmery shades in there. So the 3 shades that I picked out that I've really been using this month, and one kind of honorable mention because I've only had it for like a week. So the first one is the shade Birthday Girl, and I don't think this one is available anymore, and I'm so sad because this is like my favorite one. This is like a light bronzy shade. It's definitely not gold. I don't wear a lot of gold on my eyes, but it's a beautiful bronzy shade that just has so much glitter in it, you guys. It's so, so pretty. And then the next shade that I've been wearing a ton is the shade Catnap. Now this is one that ColourPop did in collaboration with No Kill LA. And this one, it kind of has like a taupey base, but it has a lot of beautiful purple reflex. It's stunning. I've been putting this one over every single purple eye look, along with something else that I'll show you guys in a second, every time I'm feeling purple. The purple is really not picking up on camera, which is really odd, but it definitely has a purple reflect to it. Let's see if I can get it to pick up. Yeah, I don't think so, but just trust me, it has a beautiful purple reflect. And then this last one, I've only worn it on my eyes twice, but it is so up my alley, and I know I'm gonna get so much use out of it, especially since I'm so into glitter. That is the shade Cherish. Now this is part of the Make-A-Wish collection that I know her name was Delilah or Dahlia, I think was the girl who created this collection. And this one is definitely a deeper bronze than Birthday Girl, but is just as beautiful and glittery. Look at that. How stunning. So, so beautiful. So I cannot stop wearing those, and I don't really want to stop. I love them so, so much. I feel like there's such an easy way to add glitter to any look, and it's really just kind of like a no-brainer eyeshadow. They're super pigmented, super glittery, and they're just absolutely beautiful. So you guys know, purple is a little bit of a trend right now. I feel like ever since Norvina launched, purple eyeshadow has kind of come back in and has become really, really popular. And I do like purple eyeshadow from time to time, and I feel like especially this month I've been wearing it a lot. And the base that I always use is the Sydney Grace Co. Cream Shadow in the shade Mani Petty. So these shadows retail for $8, I believe, on Sydney Grace Co.'s website. And I got mine in the summer sale, so I hope they still have this shade available. But this is a bit of a, I feel like it's a softer purple because when you blend it out on your eyes, it kind of has a warm brown duochrome almost. So it's really, really easy to use. It's super duper pigmented and stays in place all day long, and I feel like it works beautifully alone, or just as a base for some more fun glittery shadows. Like I said, I like to take that shade Catnap and kind of top it off when I do purple eye looks, but that's just me. So I do kind of have one random favorite before I get into my honorable mentions. So that is the After Party. The After Party is kind of like an e-magazine that Allie Glines creates. She's a YouTuber here on YouTube, and well, duh, if she's a YouTuber, she's on YouTube. but she creates awesome beauty videos. If you guys aren't following her, go check her out. She creates this really awesome e-magazine that she puts out once a month, and I love all the content that she puts in there. She puts makeup content in there, she puts food content in there, but my favorite part of the whole after party is the beauty in the business. And in that segment of it, her and her husband sit down. They kind of run her YouTube channel and everything else that she does behind the scenes together, and they share, I wouldn't say secrets, just things that they've learned throughout this kind of journey, things that they found to work for them. And I find that so beneficial because as someone who's on YouTube and is looking to grow their YouTube channel, I'm willing to take whatever advice I can get, and I just find those to be so informative and so much fun to watch because this whole process really does fascinate me, and I really love makeup, and if my job could be playing with makeup, that would literally, like, I would be the happiest woman in the world. So I just think that it's a super interesting little e-magazine. I think I want to say it's $3.99 or $4.99 a month, so you do have to pay for it, but I really love the content that she puts into it. I can tell that she puts a lot of hard work into it, and I just really love it. And I have to leave for work in about 5 minutes, so we're going to breeze through these last couple really quick. So the first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. I have mine in the shade 05 Fair. So I don't know how I feel about this powder because for maybe a week I was using it to bake under my eyes and I thought it looked fantastic, and then about last week, the last couple days of last week, I felt like this was just really clinging to my concealer. Like, you could see where I put concealer exactly in this little half moon shape, or even if I brought it down, it was just really stark and apparent. So I feel like I haven't quite figured out how to use this powder, but it is also really beautiful to set your entire face. It adds a little bit of coverage and just makes your skin look a little bit more perfected, which I really like. The next honorable mention is the Milani Pure Passions palette. Sorry, this packaging is really mirrored. I don't mean to blind you guys. But this one I have really been loving, you guys. I know it's just another warm brown neutral palette, but I love warm browns. I love these beautiful cranberry tones right here. I just think they're stunning. So I've really been enjoying this palette, but I'm hesitant to put it in my actual favorites because I've only really been testing it out for about a week and a half, and in that time I've only used it about 3 times. So I can't quite say that it's an absolute favorite, but it's definitely something that I have been enjoying this month. The same thing goes with this ColourPop Good Sport palette. I've only used it 3 times, I think, so far, but I've really enjoyed the color scheme. I've enjoyed the textures of the shadows. I've just enjoyed everything about it, and I think it's so beautiful for fall. So I guess we'll see if it's in my, like, actual favorites next month. And then the Pur Midnight Masquerade palette. Now, this one is an honorable mention because I'm obsessed with this green shade. And that's the shade Mask Off right here. I have played with a couple of the shadows in here. They're nice. They're not, like, knocking my socks off, but I did, like, a green smoky eye with this shadow. I feel like that was a couple weeks ago at this point, and I mixed it with that ColourPop Super Shock shadow in Birthday Girl, and I just thought it created the most beautiful sparkly green, and I was just obsessed. So that's actually going to wrap up my favorites video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. And what were your favorites this month, you guys? Tell me down below. I love interacting with you. And also make sure that you're following me on my other social media. I have an Instagram that I'm very active on, and I'm less active on Pinterest. I should probably get better at that. But yeah, I would love if you followed me there too. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!